Welcome everyone. Join us in camping and exploring the captivating Kern River and Lake Isabella region. Get ready for an exciting adventure. Let's dive in. We're leaving Paso Robles and heading east on West Lerdo Highway towards Bakersfield, California. The landscape around us transforms with each mile, revealing the grapevine-covered rolling hills the region is famous for. We discover Blackwells Corner General Store, a hidden gem at the crossroads of tradition and time. Its rustic charm beckons travelers for a unique experience of respite and discovery. Entering the store, you're greeted by a cornucopia of Kern County's finest offerings. Rows of locally sourced agricultural products tempt with their variety and quality. With a selection of nuts and fruits, each a crunchy, fresh delight, we bid farewell, eager to resume our journey. Ahead, the landscape shifts starkly to oil fields extending into the distance. Amidst them, mostly older-era machinery pumps tirelessly. Navigating through Bakersfield, we soon see our key landmark, Highway 178, marking our journey's core. The drive up 178 is thrilling with its narrow, winding path through the mountains. There are moments when the sheer proximity of our trailer to the rocky cliffs sets our pulses racing. You never know when and how you will encounter nature out here. Keeping a constant eye on the trailer, this was a stressful drive indeed. As we steal glances at the Kern River, it's clear that the waters are swollen, running well above their normal levels. This observation brings a twinge of concern, stirring thoughts about our campground nestled along the river's edge. Cresting the final stretch of our route, Lake Isabella comes into view, with water levels that are higher than we've ever witnessed before. As we wind our way through the mountains, we pass through the charming communities of Wofford Heights and then Kernville. Kernville is a town that feels like a step back in time, with its cozy cabins and local shops dotting the main street. As we enter Tulare County, Highway 99's narrow and lush roadside foliage present a driving challenge, especially in a large rig. At last, we arrive at Fairview Campground, our much-anticipated destination. We're excited to see our campsite. The roads are somewhat narrow, but workable for our rig. We'll drop a link to our 360-degree virtual tour of this campground in the description. The spot took some leveling, but it has the advantage of being close enough to a water spigot that with both of my hoses and a water bandit, I'll be able to fill up our tanks. There are no hookups here, but there is a nice picnic table. Post-journey hunger led to quickly made sandwiches, simple but ideal. Accompanied by sweet Caracara oranges from our home, it was a fulfilling start to our camping adventure. Looking over the trailer, we are satisfied to call this home for the next few days. Eager to make the most out of our time, we chose to embark on a drive to explore the local area immediately after lunch. We headed up Sherman Pass Road, a famed route winding through the Sequoia National Forest. As we climb higher into the mountains, the blooms become more vivid, blanketing the landscape in vibrant colors. Flowers of all shapes, sizes, and colors make their presence known to us. We've come to a narrow one-lane bridge that passes over Alder Creek. And we notice what appears to be a road descending to our left. We're going to go check that out. As we reach the creek, the landscape transforms into a picturesque scene. The gentle flow of the water, the ancient rocks scattered thoughtfully around, and the rich tapestry of foliage create a serene enclave within the forest's heart. Here, time slows, letting visitors savor nature's untouched splendor. It's a wilderness treasure, a spot felt deeply with every sense. To capture the elusive beauty of the hidden waterfall, we deployed our drone, soaring to unveil its majesty from a bird's-eye view. Dang takes command of the mission from a formidable granite perch, as solid and unwavering as her focus. Liberated from the constraints of a trail, our journey follows the creek's flow through the formidable rock canyon, a path otherwise unreachable. Over millions of years, the creek has carved a profound channel into the enduring granite. At last we reach the whispered murmurs of Alder Creek's four falls, more of a serene whisper than a grand roar. The falls, untouched and beyond reach, stand as a pristine testament to the raw beauty of nature. From our aerial vantage point, the four distinct cascades that bestow the name Four Falls come into crisp view. The cascade into the granite-lined pools captivates the senses, a tranquil ballet of water's perpetual motion, inviting onlookers into a state of serene hypnosis. Let's head down now and see what other sights this mountain holds. Dan gets to cross first. In case I break the log, at least only one of us has to get wet. We spot a wild rose bush, though peak bloom is probably a few weeks away. A short drive down the road, we find an ideal spot to pull over, offering a grand view that captures the expansive beauty of the area. Now we'll head back down the road, making our way towards the welcoming embrace of our campsite. We're inside 46 in the B Loop, and there were very few other campers around. We were quite surprised by our first aerial visitor. They flew over a few times a day. The river, swollen with heavy snowmelt from higher elevations, had engorged banks, a clear sign of the season's ample snowfall. While Fairview Campground offers a remote retreat, it doesn't leave us completely disconnected from civilization. Conveniently, McNally stands right next door, a cozy outpost equipped with a general store, lodging, and a nice bar and restaurant. And their burger joint is renowned. The burgers are a famous savory treat after a day of adventure. The aroma of burgers grilling at McNally's is irresistible. It's decided we must indulge. And we are not disappointed. They are some of the best we have had. The tree-covered patio at McNally's offers an ideal spot to escape the midday heat while you enjoy your meal. Just south of McNally's, a curious gate marked Soda Springs piques our interest. Information about it is elusive, shrouded in the kind of mystery that invites speculation and storytelling. The entrance is an eclectic display of creativity, adorned with artwork crafted from the skeletons of old cars and machinery. A whimsical yet eerie tableau unfolds as if plucked from a scene in a Hollywood fantasy. Skeletons posed in carefree abandon drive old hot rods, giving a playful nod to a bygone era of Americana. What a fitting address. No visit to this area would be truly complete without dedicating time to explore the majestic Kern River itself. We come to the Johnsondale Bridge, a historic wonder originally built for the Mount Whitney Lumber Company back in 1937. A stairway leads down to the Kern River Trail, a picturesque path that rewards us with stunning, awe-inspiring scenery at every turn. Anglers note, when planning to fish in the Kern River around this area, it's important to be aware of and adhere to the special regulations in place. Again, we see the river's water flow is significantly above average, reminiscent of the record-setting levels experienced in the Kern River back in 1983. Experts anticipate an enormous volume of water. As much as 570,000 acre-feet will course through the Kern River this June. The river, with its inherent dangers, claims numerous lives each year. A stark reminder of this is a sign near the river warning that since 1968 there have been 325 deaths in these treacherous waters. Despite that, the Kern River is immensely popular for rafting and kayaking, offering varied sections that cater to rafters of all skill levels. In this area, you'll find challenging expert-level Class 5 and Class 4 stretches, while further down, closer to the town of Kernville, the river eases into a more gentle Class 3 and Class 2 stretch. The foliage along the Kern River presents a contrast to the landscape of the eastern Sierra we're familiar with, which is predominantly pines and some aspens. Indeed, with lush and plentiful vegetation such as Big Berry Manzanita, Western Redbud, and California Fuchsia, the Kern River is richly adorned with its diverse, unique plant life. The mighty Kern River truly offers something for everyone, from exhilarating rafting and serene fishing to simply wading in its cool waters during the heat of summer. There's an activity to suit every preference. Our drive back to camp was unexpectedly interrupted. The road was closed, and we encountered a scene with about a dozen sheriff's cars and emergency vehicles lined along the side of Highway 99. Let's hope this is not number 326. After spending 3 delightful days at Fairview Campground, it's time for us to move on. Our next destination is to spend some time by Lake Isabella, embracing a different aspect of this region's natural beauty. Descending in elevation towards Lake Isabella, the landscape undergoes a striking transition. The lush green vegetation of the higher altitudes gives way to deep golden rolling hills. While initially contemplating boondocking during this leg of our trip, the unusually high lake levels raised concerns about finding a suitable spot. To ensure a smooth experience, we decided to opt for the more predictable and accommodating Camp 9. Moreover, opting for boondocking would have necessitated a return trip to this area to dump our tanks, so choosing Camp 9 was a practical decision, both for convenience and to streamline our travel logistics. Some of the trees here could use some trimming. And I'm sure glad we didn't reserve that site. We found a spacious spot with a fantastic view of the lake, offering both comfort and scenic beauty to enhance our stay. The wind, a frequent presence in this area, was blowing, but given that the temperature had crept up into the 90s, its presence was quite refreshing, providing a welcome respite from the heat. I'm not certain, but I believe there may be campsites next to those trees in the water. The lake level is that high. The landscape here presents a visually stunning display, the golden hues of the hills set against the deep blue of the lake and the sky, dotted here and there with vibrant green trees. And the best thing was, there was almost nobody here. With the heat encouraging outdoor activities, cooking outside seemed like the perfect choice. And for tonight's meal, we decided that turkey burgers would be the ideal fit. Following dinner, we relaxed and took in the tranquil sight of the sunset against the southern Sierra. Later, we met our neighbors David and his family. They come here every year for the 4th of July celebration. The following morning, we woke up to these bright orange flowers next to our trailer. And apparently the hawks too. We have never seen so many in one place. Let's go see what some of those boondocking sites we were considering look like. Lake Isabella is a popular destination for boating enthusiasts, attracting visitors with its expansive waters and scenic surroundings, ideal for a range of boating activities. We'll stop briefly at Stein Cove, a free, dispersed camping area. As you can see, many of the spots are underwater right now, so the few visitors they have almost fill it up. Let's drive a bit further down to Hanning Flat, another free camping spot. This looks to be a larger area, and there don't appear to be a lot of campers here. They have the typical regulations you find these days. The shoreline is suffering from the high water line of the lake. If we were going to stay here, right next to that tree would be our pick. Unfortunately, there is a lot of trash. And that spot down there looks pretty nice too. It's a big area, and we'll probably come back here someday. Let's see what this looks like from above. The Isabella Dam, which created Lake Isabella, was completed in 1953. The dam was built by the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers for multiple purposes, including flood control, irrigation, and hydroelectric power generation. The lake covers about 11,000 acres and has a capacity of 568,000 acre-feet of water, making it one of the largest reservoirs in California. There has been a recent effort to shore up the dam's construction as it is located close to an earthquake fault. If the dam failed, it could wipe out entire communities downstream toward the Bakersfield region. Well, we've seen this area now, and we'll add it to our list of places we might come back to. It's time for us to move on. It's going to get really hot here this weekend, and we want to move to some cooler ground. We have heard this campground is going to completely fill up for the 4th of July weekend. Apparently, they put on a real nice fireworks show. And we also found out that Sierra Way, which is the shortcut to connect to the 178 if you are going east, has washed out and is closed. So we have to detour all the way around the lake, adding probably 30 minutes or so to our drive. But it's a pretty drive and we're not in a hurry. Well, thank you for joining us on this adventure. We had a great time and we hope you enjoyed it too. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our channel for more exciting journeys. Thanks for watching.